even though this sounds like it might be a good time to save. Pat's voice. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only in the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? Did they really come in here? Estelle, are you alright? Luke! Pat! If anyone can hear me, answer me now! Those little rats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. So we're still actually in what's classed as the prologue. Yay, we're back to being able to rotate the map. Even though we have no map to speak of. Okay, so we can actually see some information about the characters, about what's the difference between those two? Other than one can drop a curative pawn. I suppose that's something for us to figure out later on. So on this note, they're not that far ahead of us. What are we going to do? Somebody help! Rush in with Joshua. I just feel that's off to be the better option. Right, I've got you back. Lots of flying felines. You monsters, go somewhere else. No, shoot, shoot, leave us alone. Chew on this. Estelle, what are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too. Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. We'll take care of them. So we've got a hint to protect all NPCs. If an NPC reaches 0 hit points, the game is over. Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't like that. The NPCs just wander around by themselves. It'd be so much easier if they stayed in one place or allowed me to control where the moves are. I can't quite reach that one, so there's no point in attacking that. I'll hit this one. I really wanted Estelle to heal up that time, but with that 50% increase, or 50 plus 50 damage, whichever it was, that was just too good not to do. Looks like it's off to begin in the next fight to heal up. 1 second, I think the volume is just a little bit loud, so I'll have to just correct that. That should hopefully be slightly better. It looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was great timing, the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurt. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think of what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is a thanks I get for saving your neck, eh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was all my fault. Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach us at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, he needs discipline. But a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure if that's something with teeth or not. Nice monster? I'm not going to make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen dangers by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad, what are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from mine. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home as well? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Haha, of course. I was. I'm her father. Alright everyone, let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. Why does he have to do it and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hands. Haha, that's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. It seems like you've had quite a day. Dad is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. So we've just received payment for that. We got 1,000 mirror, we gained an additional BP, which was a bracer point. We're still junior bracer rank 9 class. You did well for that, your first assignment. From the details in your report alone, I believe I can commend you both. A job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we'd better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? This letter arrived for your father just a while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? We received a letter for Cassius. I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I'd imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches? As I'm sure you already know by now, Libya isn't the only country where the bracer guilds exist. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zemurian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets this letter, I'd really appreciate it. Currently no job listings. Had to check, didn't we? So, as I said before, I want to see if there's any more. Oh, hey there, Roland's 2 news braces. I look forward to your success. I'm about ready to close up shop, so if you have any purchases to make, I ask that you be quick about it. Goodbye. So what have we got? We've got the healing items, so we've got 2 already. Oh, we've got 3 already, so let's take that up to 2. We have a little bit of money now, so I don't want to necessarily spend it all, but I kind of want to just be a little bit prepared. Insert tape, quick fix tape, repaired, and a neutralized orbment. I am assuming we find out about them later on. So let's pick up a couple of these. Because we want to be able to make cookies. I believe that is everything we need for cookies. Convert, I don't want to do any of that. So if we go to the orbment, let's go there, book, recipe book. We will make some cookies. Because I am off to guess that they are weaker versions of the Tirban. Yes, they heal 80 hit points. And we're damn sight cheaper. So let's go to the melders as well, just to see if you're aiming to become first class bracer, mastering orbment arts will probably be essential. We get a number of bracers stocked by the shop. They always modify the orbits after checking them first. Modified trade, slots, still. Yeah, we don't actually have enough to open them. Okay. It was always worth checking because I'm about as clueless about how that works as anybody else that's played it for the first time. Hey, Joshua. Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with the staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure. But why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like you, Estelle. That doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like that happen, let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing all the time like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're going to see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. All over at this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach is starting to growl like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to Mark than Ditz. Third house, yes. Okay, I am going that way. It is quite a nice little house, isn't it? We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your report will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and ranking advancements in the future. Please make sure that you're always able to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, we got a copy of the Liberal News you wanted. There was this letter for you too at guild. Hand over the Liberal News and a letter. A letter, huh? Well, I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad. Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come, jump onto Father's loving arms. In your dreams. I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much, I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of you talking again. Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal every single try. No, wait. Cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. I don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we expect to have a food ready at the dinner table. Hahaha. Alright, let's see what this letter's all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the letter's seal. A message from the Bonian Empire. What? That doesn't sound like good news. Wow, this is a surprise. This is a new dish that this new dish is what I call the Stell's Explosion over rice. Be sure to save every last morsel. Ah well, your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is the raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy day. It has been a busy but great day, nevertheless. We qualified as a junior basis and had a first real assignment. And I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner stand. Not to mention the food being delicious for a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first, I thought I might have to pitch in. I thought I have to pitch out of the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something that tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave my mission. You make a splendid meal of it, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of things? Oh, nothing like that. It's just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a bit. So it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. You just have to accept it still. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. But what are you going to do about all your jobs here in your relevant branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Shirazad to handle the difficult ones. So, what do you say? Yep, sure, of course we will. You okay doing these two, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as bracers. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Aina know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails over all with these jobs, so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, still, my beloved daughter. Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a loving young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45, and what more, I'm very likely the most active member in our entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be taking on tomorrow? The one heading to Gransel, or the one heading to Boss? I'll be on the one heading to Gransel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little early tomorrow. I'd better set my alarm clock just in case. Sorry about that close up then. I was just reaching over to switch my coffees around. Dad? Are you still with Joshua? You'd better hold off on the liquor or Estelle might get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Shara who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement in the Empire. The Ebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Robian Embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be first-class bracer someday. Yeah, at present, She's like a babe in the arms who knows nothing about the reality of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said about you too. It's already been 5 years since you became part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then. Are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I really can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologise. But I'd like to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family. No matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. So that looks like we have finished the prologue. A father's love, a new beginning. The legend of heroes trail in the sky. Well, it looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself. Try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I've heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Shahrazad, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be so humble, Silverstreak. And I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? Haha, it looks like a mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Gransel bound airline, is that Lindy? Will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Oh, I'd better take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. Don't forget to bring back I'm not sure everywhere you'll be going, but don't forget to bring back the souvenir. A little fancy something would be nice. Hey now, this trip is business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it then. Alright, you two, be good while I'm gone. He's gone. Again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to toe down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, he'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on those jobs your father left me. But if you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do, but first I'd like to try and finish a few jobs for Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as young racers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks. We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably talk to Aina and find out if there's any jobs waiting for us. Let's go! So, I am off to save it here now, and I will break off for this run. Unfortunately, it's not as long as a run as what it would have been had I streamed last night, but unfortunately, like I said, I had no energy whatsoever, and I didn't know what sort of quality of stream I'd give. So I've opted not to. I've done a small bonus stream today, or this morning. I've rather enjoyed it doing this morning. I know it's only been about an hour, but it's just been nice, quick. I've been able to get a few bits pieces done within the game. So in the near future, I might have one or two more spontaneous streams in the morning. I just actually feel really positive, beneficial about this bit. It seemed I'd like to think it's set the day up ready for the rest of my day at work. I get to look forward to going to a 9-hour shift. But yes, thank you for anybody that's watched it. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the follow button. It'd be greatly appreciated, and you'll get to see when I go live. Normally it is on a Sunday night and a Wednesday night, but like I said today, it's just been a random little pop-up thrown here, and I have enjoyed it.